welcome to another episode on the Music Grill Show. I am your host, Ephraim Blessing. And today with me in the studio, I have a singer, I have a producer, and he's many more things in one person. So I'd like him to just introduce himself right now. Mr. Kent, you're welcome to the studio with me.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so please, before we continue, I'd like you to just tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Kent Jobi. I'm a music maker, like I usually call myself. That's because I'm a songwriter, I'm a music producer, I'm a vocalist, and I'm an instrumentalist, and I also do consultancy for music, soundtracks and all that, film scores and everything. So it's more like many plugs in one machine or something.
Okay. So with what you said now, I'm able to gather that you've been involved in so many things and you've had so many experiences.
Sure.
So how would you describe these experiences? What are your greatest triumphs and then your lowest points?
Oh well, I usually I would say I don't have any lowest point, because every challenge is an opportunity to learn and to get better. So, and I also wouldn't say greatest point here, because I think I'm still still so many things are still unfolding in when it comes to my craft, and but with those experience and all those things that I've done, I think it has made me who I am today. It's making me it has made me a better person, and also making me a much more better person in what I do, and in every sphere of life as well.
Okay, so aside everything that you do, are there any other things that you venture into?
Music is all I do from morning till night, except if you want me to say I sleep and I eat.
Okay. So with your job right now, what would you see or would you say are the problems or the challenges that producers like yourself, singers go through?
Oh well, there are so many challenges. What I think is the major challenge right now is the education, music education. I think a lot of musicians, we need to get educated. And when I talk of education, I'm not just talking about the skill set alone. Of course, the skill set, educate yourself and get more, acquire more skill and practice. But aside from that, the business angle, the legal angle to things. I'm always on the social media when I'm less busy, and I try to follow, the music news. And of late, there are so many issues relating to, copyright, infringement, royalties, and all that. And I believe these things are happening because over the years we focused more on the music part and not the business part. So I would say that has been a bit of a challenge in the music terrain. But of course, it's getting better. I mean, once we see that it's a challenge, so it means there's an opportunity for us to learn and to tackle and to get better.
Okay, so with these problems that you've laid out, what would you give as solutions or for them?
Yeah, a solution. What I will give as solution is very simple. Before you go into any deal or any agreement, get a lawyer. As a matter of fact, before you even have a manager, get a lawyer. Okay. Yes, because you need a lawyer will help you to see in between the lines, to see things that a manager will not see, things that an artist will not see. He can give you a piece of paper to sign and just say, hey, we just want to do this thing. It's just, it's laid there in clear times. And you will read it and you say, okay, this sentence is just saying, oh, sing for us, we'll pay you this. But the lawyer will tell you that this particular word they are using means a whole lot. You understand? So, and that can make or mar an artist or a musician. So that's my take.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me ask you, Is there anybody that you've seen so far as a mentor or a guide or someone you've drawn inspiration from or you want to be like?
A lot. I mean, when I don't just have one mentor, I have several mentors. I have several people I look up to, and I try to pick bits from everybody. When you talk of the great the evergreen musicians like the Sonia days, Ebenezeri, I mean, they are not as active. They're still very active, but not as they used to be. But their works is still very relevant. So it
Yeah.
means that there's something they've done right, and it means one needs to really pay attention to people like that. And of course, if you look at this trending, the trending artists, we have the Burna Boys and the Davidos, and it means there's something these people are doing that is really good. So I try to check, okay, what are these guys doing that is making sense. So that is the way that's my own ideology to things.
That's a good one. If you're privileged to be a mentor to any upcoming artist, someone who wants to venture in all the fields that you've had opportunity to go into, what would you give the person as an advice to the person?
Oh, I'm just going to tell so many things. I mean, learning from talking from experience, I'm going to tell the person, expect the worst. Don't get your hopes high. Keep practicing. Make sure you are yourself. You don't try to say you want to be like someone. Try as much as possible to tell through the way of originality. Originality pays. So try to generate your sound. Try to create your own sound and don't sound like anybody. And of course, like I said earlier, get acquainted with the music business. It is very, very important. Very, very important.
Okay, so I'm sure you've been involved in so many jobs. I've seen Anukulakbo and
Yeah.
Citation and the rest of them. So I'm sure somebody would like to know what brought about the whole inspiration. Were you just sleeping and then something woke you from your dream or something? So what inspired those things?
Yeah, well, there's an adage that Yoruba says, "Ohun ẹyẹ bá jẹ lẹyẹ máa gbé fò." That means whatever a bird eats, a bird fly with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I try as much as possible to before any brief, I try as much as possible to equip myself with knowledge. I read, try to listen to people, ask questions, get inquisitive, and also have my own quiet time where I think about things, abstract things that don't make sense, and things that make sense. So, and of course, coming into making music for, like you said, like Anikolapo, for example, or any other film, I try as much as possible to do. There's a pre, then there's a recording, and there's a post side of things. So my pre, I try as much as possible to get every details I need. So from reading the script, if possible, being on set, trying to gather emotions, draw emotions and inspirations from people acting, surroundings, and of course from the director of the movie. Then going to production, I try to get sounds, get a reference and do my own work very well. Then post, I try to make sure that I do not go totally away from the context of the film.
Yeah.
So these are just the things, I mean, the primary things I put together.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. It's been a lovely time out with you. I'm
Thank you
sure
very
people
much.
have learned a lot, just like
you
I
very
have. Till we come your way again next time on the TMGS show, I am still your host, Ephraim Blessing. Stay happy, stay fresh, drink a lot of water, and be consistent. Be you. Bye.